with Lisa Boone Designs, and the IOD release is here. I have everything here. I'm sure that you've seen the videos. They did a big launch yesterday on YouTube and on Facebook, and I love all of the products. Let's go ahead and start going through them. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm actually going to play with a few of them, and we're going to make a couple things just very, very quickly, and I am going to do a giveaway, so stay tuned. All right, so this one is Sarah Featon's Botanicals. So this is a small transfer pad. Let me put these down here. And we're gonna go through them, each one by one. So as you can see, it tells you on the back what everything is, but there's nothing like taking a look and going through the process. So all of these are available on my website, which is LisaBooneDesigns.com, which you can access from my link tree in my bio. All of my websites, all of my links are on there. So I love these small ones. Think furniture, canvas, mixed media, junk journals, everything, every paper crafting. I love these small ones, but you could still use them on furniture, sides of drawers, the front. You can mix and match these with other transfers. I mean, they're just divine. So let's go ahead and look at each one. See what I mean? They're on these sheets. You can cut out just the little piece that you need. You just want some foliage, just use that. I love using transfers on paper. So we're gonna play with that actually today. So I'm gonna go through each sheet so that you can see them all. I mean, they're so great. They're on a backing sheet, and you can see that it stays on there. You don't wanna take it off until you're ready to use it, because it'll stick to everywhere. You might lose different pieces. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I'm looking at it too, because I literally just opened it up. I got my delivery just in time for the launch, so I have not had a chance to play with them yet. I'm trying to get the lights to not reflect on them. So this is an 8-page, but these are the smaller ones. But there's a lot on here that you can use. I mean, it's just so, so good. All right, this is another one. This is Sarah Fenton. Let me see. I'll say the name again. I'm still learning them. Some of them are hard to say. I will say that. So that's that one. Sarah Featon's Botanicals. Again, these are available on my website. So we just went through this one. I'm going to go through the other one that is also an 8x12 pack. So there's two 8x12 packs in this summer release. This one is super cool because this is your signage. Like, think about all of your kitchen little things. If you're a maker and you like to upcycle paint canisters, this is what you're going to use to create some really cool signage. So another 8-pack, another 8-sheet pack. But again, this is 8x12. So let's go ahead and go through this set. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So look at that. But first, coffee, right? Yes. Reminds me of a pack that we had before with these little labels, and I loved doing it. You could just put it on a piece of paper. Honestly, you could take like a dictionary sheet or a Bible sheet or something, put the transfer on it, and put it in a frame, and you're done, right? Well, here we go. Sugar, tea, coffee, treats. And look at that rolling pin. So you could even put just the sugar. You could paint a rolling pin and put this on there, and that you could decorate your kitchen that way. Or again, if you are a maker, if you have a booth and you're upcycling, or a shop, or you want to give some gifts, snacks, herbs, pasta, flour, bread, coffee. Always coffee, and those stars. All right. Oops. It's sticking. All right. I am having an event tomorrow, a mixed media event. I'm staring at my package that I got from Jenny from Rose Haas Creations, and I can't open it because I have to mail it tomorrow. I can't remember, but our event starts early. Or such early. What was I thinking? But I'm hosting it, so it's going to be inside of the Crafty Bunch, by the way. All right, so this is really cool. And then look at that, breakfast, time for tea, bread, rice, tea, sugar, biscuits, cake. It's everything you need. Look at that, the eggs and the chicken, the rooster. Bon appetit. Oh, look at this little one with these two little kids in the umbrella. Nice job. Yes, thank you. So let's see. Thank you. All right, so this one is called Home Sweet Home. Again, they're available on my website. If you just go to the new IOD, it's right on the sidebar of my website. Oh, I'm excited about these stamps, but let's stay going with the transfers. So now we have 2 transfers that are the full sheets like we normally have. They are 12 by 16. And I have big envelopes that I can ship these in so they stay safe. They're really good. Look at this one. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and open this one up. Each transfer set, I just fell out, comes with its own stick so that you could burnish the transfer. So just gonna show Saint Germain. Not sure how to pronounce. Look at these florals. You can piece them together to make one grand, beautiful floral bouquet on a chest of drawers. I actually saw a video. There's a playlist on IOD's YouTube channel, and a lot of creatives have the opportunity to create stuff. And Lynn from L&J Goods did a beautiful chippy look, and she used this one. It turned out really, really great. All right, look at these colors. Isn't it beautiful? Let me know which one is your favorite so far. I love the colors, and I love how they're kind of muted. And of course, I have painted over transfer, so if it's not the right color, you can do it. And then Lynn did 2 pieces using this one. She took these 2 pieces and did a more modern look, and then added 2 pieces on the bottom to make it have like a full length transfer on the front of a vintage, I think a Victrola or record player. Look at that. I love that little butterfly. Those all in on YouTube. I apologize for that. All right, here's the last sheet. Again, this one is an 8 sheet, but look at this. And the ones that, if this is a full swig or swag, if this is a full swag, you can cut this. Like if you just needed a little piece, don't be afraid. Cut it up, even when it's a floral piece, and then you could cut it right here and have 2 different pieces and then have the 3rd piece down here. I do that all the time, and you could kind of make it your own. But this one is called Saint Germain, and again, they come with the little burnishing sticks. This is a lot of projects, or you could do one big full project. It's whatever you want it to be. So this one is Menagerie. Let's see. So it is 12 by 16, full 8 pages. This one is so cute because it has all the bird cages. I'm just going to open this up. Very flowery, yes. Very, very pretty. I think it's great for anybody. I really think so. You can depending on how you do it, like the one that Lynn did on the chippy one, it was a creamy white. She used a couple of DIY paint colors in different whites, and then she chipped it and made it really rustic looking, and then applied this transfer over it. Then the second piece, she did black, made it look more modern, flat, a flat finish. Distressed it a little bit, and then she put this on there. Completely two different looks, looked so different. And that's the beauty of these transfers, is that they can do anything you want it to do. Look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the pages. It's easier for me to put it down and then pick it up. Again, think about all the different pieces that you can do. Like if you just wanted this orange, you just cut it out. But if you wanted to attach this to it to make it look like it's hanging, that would be super sweet. There's a lot of bird cages and a lot of birds. Oops. Trying to get the glare off. There we go, maybe. All right. And these colors are completely different. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'll just tilt it back. This one has two birds. And then the fruit, there was another transfer, was it last year, that incorporated the flowers and the fruit together? Ooh, I like that pear. Look at that pear. The colors of the birds are so pretty, and they can go with anything. That's what I love about these colors. Ooh, I love the richness of that purple color. Look at that. You love the transfers, Carol? I do too. I do too. I love playing with transfers, and again, these are so great for paper crafting as well. Especially when you have them this small, but then you can piece it and make something bigger. I haven't watched all of the YouTube videos of what everybody did. Sometimes I don't like to do that, but sometimes I watch them just to see, and I'll share a couple. All right, so that one is Menagerie. Again, you go on my website on lisaboondesigns.com. On the sidebar, I have links and collections, like where you can click on it. And I do have new IOD release. Okay, so now let's look at the stamps. I'm going to tell you I do not have any of the inlays. I don't sell a lot of inlays, and they're pretty pricey, you know. I mean, it's an investment. I love the inlays. I wanted to get the transfers first, and the stamps and the molds. So if you want them, let me know, and I can place them on my next order. And I do have limited inventory. So this one is called Walled. I'm over the moon excited about this one, because again, I will be using this paper crafting. Like, I love that they're scaling things down where we can use it in a big application, but we can also use it for our journals and our paper crafting. This is a great background. I use sheet music all the time. As a matter of fact, I have some sheet music here that we're going to create a quick little project using some of these stamps. But when we use the stamps, I'm going to show you the proper way to condition it the very, very first time that you use it. This one is called Flora and Vine. I feel like she's a staple. I feel like everybody needs her, for sure. They did a mock-up here of a vintage book, and I think that looks so good. So think about your journal covers. Instead of having like a whole bunch of stuff, you could just stamp paper or stamp white muslin or any kind of fabric that you have, a pillowcase, make that your cover and stamp it. And you can dye it. I mean, so that you can do a lot. This one is Folk Story. This is an all over pattern. Look at this dresser. Can you see that? How great that looks. Tone on tone would be pretty, or just like an off-white, like they did like with the green, where it's kind of subtle. That's so pretty. Did I show you the back? Yeah, I showed you the back on that one. Okay, and this one is called Mercy House. and I'm not even going to say the other name because I don't know how to pronounce it. I watched the video of the reveal yesterday very, very quickly, so I didn't capture it. But this is an African design, and there's a portion of the proceeds for all of these that they are going to be giving to the Mercy House. It's a ministry, which I thought was awesome. So this, you can use them individually, but then you can use them to make a design like this that's inspired by an African design. So I don't know if you can see, there you go. Maybe, there we go. So you can actually take all of those pieces and put them on the acrylic and then stamp them to make that design, or you can do them individually. But I love that one. That one is so beautiful. I mean, there's, like, when you look at it, there's a paisley, there's a circle, there's some swags, there's some sprigs, there's a lot of, like, that half circle, and then this looks pretty as a border, and then this too. I mean, and then there's the ones on the bottom. We're gonna play with these stamps here in a second, but I want to show you the molds, okay? And then we are gonna play. So stay with me. We're gonna play. If you have to leave, that's okay. Come back. All right. So these are the molds. Chanticleer. Man, these names. So this one, I need to write that on the back because I usually don't keep the packaging. So I need to, oh, actually they write it on here now for us. It didn't used to, but here we go. Look at these roosters. Aren't they sweet? I love them. They're deep. Look at how deep they are. Look at that. They're deep. Okay. Leonidas. Oh, I like Leonidas. I watched Lynn do a beautiful from Ellen Day Goods on YouTube. I did watch that one using this Leonidas. This, look how big. Look, well, first of all, it's as big as my hand, but look at how, I don't know if you can see how deep. There we go. Like, my hand's at, if you can see, my hand's at a slant. The crevices in here and the detail, so pretty. We're gonna make molds. I'm gonna try to make a mold with everything today. I'm gonna use resin instead of clay. Normally I like to use clay, but I'm gonna give away one of the molds. We're gonna do that. So these are unicorns. I don't like unicorns, so I will probably cut off. You can cut it off and just make a horse. And then I love the florals with it. Look at the mane. Look at the detail of the mane. All right. So this one is heraldry. I like this one too. And I think I want to create with the wings and the heart with clay. I want to do something. But these wings you could also use with the horses, they said. But look at this heart. And we have several hearts, but they're all a little bit different. I love the crown. And then look at that, like, little brooch. You can make a brooch. Because, I mean, you can make jewelry with these, too. And then I like this crest. You know, you could put something small in here and fill it out and build it up. But this one is really nice. Heraldry. I'm telling you these names. Okay, let's go ahead and start on the molds. So I'm gonna go ahead and line these up because we need them to set. I am gonna use resin, and hopefully I have enough resin. So we'll see how far we can get. Let me see if I can. I have some paper and napkins. I want to create something with the stamps here in a minute. I'm going to put these down here. So I'll move these a little bit. Hey, Aracelis. All right. I was trying to do my thing that way. It would not let me. Portrait, it would not let me. So I may have to move these. Let me see. Okay, I was trying to give myself room. So I've got a solo cup and I've got these silicone cups. When you're doing resin, you want equal parts, and so I'm gonna try, it's hard to see with the lights. I'm gonna try to do equal parts, and then I'm gonna pour them into this big cup, and I do have a stirring stick. All right, maybe I can go this way. Okay, so I'm gonna do A and B, and you want these to be in the same. You don't want to mix them before it's time. So I'm gonna try to keep these like this so that I can remember. See if I can, oh, I should have tried to open this up. Sometimes, thank you for sprinkling, thank you. All of these are available on my website. So let me make sure I can open this one too. If not, I might need to get another box. Sometimes if it gets on here, it can be hard. It's crusty. But it's when it's mixed together. Oh, I really don't want that in my cavity. Let's see. I like doing the resin when I first get them, because then I'll start using it with clay, and you really have to make sure you clean it well. Like if you've done clay and you put cornstarch in there, you want to make sure that you clean it, there we go, very well before you put any resin in there. And you really should use gloves. My cat is having a heyday on my paper because I rearranged my paper. Ooh, there was a lot of built up in there. Okay, so she likes to go on top of my gift tissue paper, and I grabbed some so that we can do some stamping. And she's playing catch my tail. She is so wild. Okay, and I'm gonna do, if I can do a full, we'll see how far we can get. These cavities are so full, so you will be using a lot of either clay or resin, but it is worth it because of what you can get. All right, so see, there's lines on here. I'm just going to the very top line. Ooh, hopefully I have enough. It looks like it started like changing. Got crusty. Oh, there's something blocking it. Let's see. Yeah. See how much liquid I can get. I may have to pour some liquid out of the other one. If I can just get to the next line, it'd be easier. like trying to get every last drop. Okay, let me pour some of this back. Okay, let me see. Might be. No, a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, let me see if that will work. That might be too much. Let's see. All right. Actually, it's pretty spot on. Okay, so I'm gonna move this. So now what we want to do is I'm gonna pour in my A. And I try to get it's like when I'm baking, when I'm making a cake or cookies, I'm like scraping. I'm like, that's another bite. That is another bite. Like, hello, hey Sandy. Hey everyone. All right, so then we're gonna do this one. This is B. So the moment that we put this in here, we have to move quickly because This is a fast cure. So it turns white. Can you see that? It's turning white. Keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring. While it's stirring, it's going to get clear. I'm going to get my molds together. So when you have a lot of molds, the best thing to do is to pour the biggest mold first and then your little ones. The biggest one, it's a science thing, a heat thing. It will start curing faster than if you do it the other way around for some reason. I don't understand, but that's what it is. Usually by now it's turning clear, and usually by now there's some heat. I hope those chunks didn't do anything. Well, this might be a science experiment. Okay, it's getting clear. Oh, it's starting to get warm. It's starting to get warm. You can feel it. Usually I'm not stirring it this much though. So that could be a part that it's playing. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna put it in one of the sticks, with a stick in there. Okay, let's do these roosters. You do want to move kind of fast, like I said, just because you want to fill it all the way up as well. Let's do a couple of these. Let's move it around. So I really don't have a lot. I definitely want to get a horse. Trying to get it all to fill. I'm going to do one horse. Should have done that one first. You want to make sure all of the legs and everything. Let's see, let's do this crown. Oop, overfilled, but guess what? It's okay, because, let me see, do I have enough? It's hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Okay, we got one wing. Let's do one of these. Okay, I think I have enough for a rose, maybe. And the thing is, if you don't have enough, it'll let you do just a little bit. Let's see. It's starting to set, it's starting to thicken up. But look, a little bit goes a long way with these smaller molds. See how fast it's getting white? It's because we did such a large batch. We'll be able, you know what I need to do? I need a blade. Oh, I have this one. Perfect. See how fast this is setting? It goes from clear, you want it to stay flat. Clear to white. When it's white is when we will demold it. I could have used a little bit more in here. I don't think I got the full leg. He's going to be special, a special horse. Let's see. No, that's already setting. Let me see if I can grab this and shove it in there. Science experiment gone awry. That's okay. There we go. Get a little bit of his leg at least. So you don't want to touch it until it's ready to go. I'm gonna have to make another. I'm gonna have to get more resin to play with this one because I really want to play with that one. Or you know what? Why don't we? I have clay right here. Let's get some clay because I prefer clay anyway. I don't want to get any of this cornstarch in here. But I always have, this is my cornstarch for my room. This is my craft cornstarch. And I have this big fluffy brush. So I'm just getting it all in there because it's like when you're baking and you add, you know, your cooking spray or flour, butter, it helps it to release faster. So I'm going to just move these up. I can feel the heat. Like, And when you feel it on the bottom, you can feel the heat. All right, I'm gonna let that settle. And these molds tell you how much clay or resin that you need to fill it. I never weigh it, I just do it. I always have extra so that I can, if I have extra resin, I'm gonna fill other molds. Oh, I wish I would have done that little cameo, not cameo, but brooch. That would have been fun. So I've wrapped this because I haven't been using clay as often. So I just wrapped it with a damp towel and then my Glad, what do you call that thing? Press and seal. And it's moist. I can feel it, and that's what I want. So I'm gonna grab, you know what? I probably will, if I have extra clay, I can do that little thing. I know I'm gonna need more than that because this is a big cavity. So I'm gonna, oh, my knuckles always crack when I do that, when I try to incorporate it together. But you do want to incorporate it because we just took it out in pieces, because that's when it might crack. It'll crack if it's not incorporated all the way. So we're just going to incorporate it. This is an artisan type clay. It's an air dry clay. So that's why we keep this nice and moist. So I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, so I just try to make it kind of as wide or as big as my cavity. And then I'm gonna use the patent pending rim that they have here, the micro rim, because it helps you to have a smooth surface. You want to fill the cavity up completely, and you want your back of this to be really nice and straight, because we want it to apply to our surface really well. So I'm just gonna take this piece here, and I just use the edge of my thumb. You can use like a card. You could even use something like this, you know, to, like, if you can't work with your hands too much, like, use what you got. I got out pretty much just what I needed, which is perfect. I might need a little bit more. Well, I can't, sorry that I'm shaking. And the pieces that I'm putting in, I'm really trying to incorporate, and I'm gonna put this here in the middle. I'm gonna work it in. Just trying to get it flat. And I like to use like my thumb like this now and get it smooth. Kind of gets it a little bit shiny, but you want it to be level. Leave that one in there. Kind of looks like the lion from the Wizard of Oz, doesn't he? So I'm just cleaning up my edges. Sorry for the shaking. Okay. It's not as straight as I would like, I'll be honest. But let me see. Oop, not that side. Trying to spread it. There we go. There we go. So you can leave it here to dry, but I don't recommend it because you don't want it to crack. I'm just gonna make this smooth. There we go. Okay, so turn it over and roll it. I can see somewhere where he might crack in a couple of places because there's a line there, but you know, that would make it look super, super cool. So as it starts to dry, it can crack. And what you can do is you can take these little pieces, not these pieces because they're gonna get hard very, very quickly, but you can fill him up or leave him. I mean, to me, it adds character. He looks super old. I'm gonna throw away these pieces of clay. And then I'm immediately, if not sooner, I try to close up my clay. I'm going to wrap it up, even though this is not moist anymore. And then I have my my press and seal. And I'm going to put it in here and then put it in my Ziploc bag. And that just extends the life of it because I don't want to lose that clay. I'm going to take all the air out. Okay. So I would never ship this because it's clay. It's like porcelain. It'll crack. But oh my gosh, it's heavy because it's big. There's a lot of clay. Look at the details. Oops. Look at the details. See the line? It's gonna crack there. If it, like I said, if it does that, if it bothers you, you can fill it later. I probably won't. I'm gonna leave that here on a flat place, and I'm just gonna let it sit there, and then I will use Type On Quick and Thick to put them on something. I'll save that for another day. Okay, let's look at our resin molds. So I'm gonna show you how they pop out so easy. See that? And it's still warm. Oh my goodness. There you go. There we go. Look at that. Look at all the details. Give me some hearts for this chick. Give me some hearts. All right, so this one will come out. As they come out and they're warm, see, this one's still a little bit pliable. You can put it on something where it's going to bend and glue it down. Maybe it's a furniture piece, you know? But if not, then make sure it's flat. You could always heat it up a little bit with a heat gun when you get ready to use it. Like I said, I have cornstarch and clay in here. If you're going to use resin, make sure you clean it out and dry it really, really well before, hey Liz, before you put resin in this that has clay in it. But you can use these for sugar art. You can bake cookies in here. These are food safe, you know, if you decide to do that instead of clay. All right, so let's take this one off. Okay, so I overfilled this. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Oh, look at that wing. Look at the details. Okay, let's look at the heart. Oh, I love the heart. So, let me see, how would this go? You can, I need to clean that up, but you can use the heart and the wings really well together. That would be really cool. Okay. And these are the other ones that I didn't use. All right, let's look. I want the horsey. Okay. Still a little bit pliable, which is great. Okay, I'm not gonna pick those. So when it's still pliable, I can pick those extra little spots and cut them out and clean it up. But see that? I don't like unicorns. I don't like unicorns. I don't like mystical things. So I'm gonna make it a horse. See how easy that was? And if it was clay, you could just take the clay. But I love this as a horse. And if you had the other one, you know, you could put them together. So this one would be the other way, and side by side with a crest in the middle or something in the middle. That would, you know, like that. That would be really pretty. Okay. Wait, let me see. There we go. Look at the details of that. So you see how this was a little bit extra? I'm just gonna, it's easier to do while it's fresh. Try not to cut yourself. There we go, it just popped right out. Do I have my cutting mat? Ugh, it's over there. Oh, there's one right here. I have a small one, but I'm not sure where that one is. So all I would do, I don't want to touch my clay. So you can go in here and cut it if you need to. Just follow the lines. So, you know, I always say everything is fixable. So even if you overflow with the resin, like, it's fixable. Let's see if I can. There we go. Oops. Low battery. A low battery. Where's my? There we go. Let me move. You don't see the. Okay. So what do we have? So then this one I would do the same thing. I would just put my blade in there and cut it out. Do you what? Cut it out. What was the name of that show? With Cameron. Was it her brother? And the dad, Jesse. Oh man, it was the dad. It wasn't Saved by the Bell. What was the name of that show? And he would say Joey, Uncle Joey. Cut it out. I don't know if you're with me or not, but if you know what I'm talking about. Whatever happens to, that was the name of the song. I mean, the name of the show. The song of the show. There we go. And I only did a partial on this one. But see how it's still very usable? This is the partial. Okay, and this one did the same thing. So it's easier. It really is easier to just cut it sooner than later. But if you wait too long, just heat it up and then it becomes pliable again and you can cut it. A lot of times though, I like to cut it like, try not to cut hand because that would suck. That would not be a good day. Okay. I usually use a different, like a box cutter, like a big one. All right, there we go. Aren't these so beautiful? Like, these are so great. Like, if you wanted to customize, like, you know, I talk about these boxes all the time. Well, so like this was a Lange flat iron or something box. This is a mold that I used and I put it on there. I have another one. I have something on top, or like, you know, the dollar store boxes. I'm trying to think of, I have one here, but I don't want to take everything down. I'll embellish them and put like, so these little flowers would be so pretty if you could design something, and they're so easy to paint. I mean, oh, I love the details. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take him and put him here. So you want to keep him nice and flat. I'm going to safely move him I'm gonna put him up here. I hope that stays. No. All right, let me move him over here. I'm gonna put him on top of my molds. Maybe the cat won't get up here. Because I want him to be really, really flat. I'm gonna use some canvas board and I'm gonna create something with him. But I'm gonna give away, if you comment on here, give me a comment of how you might use the new summer release. And then share, everyone who shares and comments something that they would do with the transfers or their favorite part. Like, let me know what you think about the summer release. Like, converse with me. I'm gonna read your comment and maybe get some ideas, which would be nice. And I'm going to give away this rooster and this horse. So one on YouTube and one on Facebook. All you have to do is, if you win, send me your address. So I'll pick a winner. I do want to tell you that I have these napkins. It's called Spring 15 on my random napkin. I just put this together, and I love that I found a Kentucky. I live in Kentucky. It's blurry. Oh, I just saw that. I guess it's delayed. I guess there's an issue. I'm sorry, Liz. You can hop on over to my Facebook. That's where you usually watch me. I know. It seems to be okay. I don't know. I started to stream to both at the same time, but that's usually when I have issues for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Because we have the internet. It's a beautiful day today. Okay, so I'm at what? It's 11:56. I want to show you this. I want to show you the stamps. So I'm going to push these. I'm going to close that. So what I want to do is I want to show you what to do with the stamps when you first get them. I probably want to use these two, even though I love the waltz. I'm going to use these two. Let me use the first one. Okay. We're going to do a couple different things. I'm going to open this up. Liz, let me know if it's better. I'm at 47 minutes. I told my daughter I was going to be on for an hour. Okay. Let me get this down a little bit. Okay. So, the stamps come with the mask. And now the masks, in the old masks, they were clear. And then they came up with the green ones, but they weren't stamped. So now they're stamped, so you can see which mask is for which stamp. So I love that, because we were stamping on it, but it didn't last. So you're gonna take off the top layer. You can use this to put your stamps on and use it to stamp on, or I've even used it to roll some ink on. The very, very first time, and only the first time, you're going to take a used sanding sponge and you're going to go one way all the way down. Now this one is really, really used, so I went twice. Then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to go the other way. This is just to give it some tooth. It's conditioning it so that your paint and your ink gives us a tooth. It gives us some grit. Okay, so it can make a good impression. All right, I'm not going to use the stamps today. That's for another day. But what we are going to do is I've got this tissue paper. And I have done this in the past when I have a lot of time. Ask me when that is lately. But I'm going to close these. I just realized I left the resin open. I like to anyway wrap, like if somebody's buying stamps, my napkins, you know, I mail my my panel to even creative, my kits, my journal kits, whatever. I wrap it in tissue paper and I use some kind of fabric and make a little ribbon and tie it. I like to present it nicely. But, oh, I've got some resin on here. But when I have time, I like to stamp them. I like to stamp my things and send it to somebody. Let it look really, really pretty. I don't have a lot of space, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my IOD ink and just I think this is stone gray. I like to leave it on here, and I'm gonna come down here since this is wet. Actually, that could be really, really cool because it's gonna make it translucent. So I'm just gonna go like this. So what you wanna do, and maybe I didn't get it everywhere, I wasn't trying to look for perfection. I'm just going to always have one hand down and then rub with the other. And when I say rub, I just mean like you can use your nails. I have this thing that my friend gave me, but I don't have it here. You could also go like this. You don't want to smush it. You know, you just want even pressure. You don't want to smush it and like distort the image at all. You just want to do this and then lift it up. Look at that. Now I'm going to ink it again. And you could make a beautiful custom wrapping paper when you're giving your gifts, or if you're a maker and you're making things and you want to, or if you're shipping things, this is perfect. So we can do it the same way, or we can change it up. Just gonna go down, doesn't matter. Again, one hand always stays down. It's super easy to allow it to shift. You don't want that. You want it to stay secure. So however you want to apply that pressure, do that. Look at that. So, and this is, I mean, a great way to customize a gift. But it's also a great way to create your own decoupage paper. If you have something that's circular, concave, or you know, a tray that you're going to do on the inside and kind of curves out, a vase, a vase, whatever that you have, and you want to kind of, I'm just going to do half of it. I don't want it to get on my thing. Just going to, so I'm holding it up on the edge. Now I'm going to turn this around. If it will turn. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do it this way now, because I didn't use that other, and then on here on the bottom, I did use a little bit, so it'll be a little bit faded, but it should be okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's stamp the rest of it. And it dries super fast because it's thin, but you can just leave it there to the side and, all right. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna scoot this over, and I'm gonna do, well, I'm gonna turn it. Nah, I'm gonna go this way. So I'm just gonna get the rest. So you can do it like this and leave it here. But if you wanna make your own pattern, you can rearrange it. You can use that other sheet. This one is a lot thicker, where the one that it sits on is a lot thicker. I'm gonna show you the difference. This is whimsy, but flimsy. Flimsy. It's flimsy, but you can put these on there and utilize it. So now I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna grab a baby wipe and I'm gonna wipe each one. Okay, hold on. Move that to the side there. Now, if this was DIY paint, I would be taking it to the bathroom, put it in the sink or the kitchen faucet, and in the sink, and put some soapy water, warm water, not too hot. This is silicone. We don't want to damage it. Okay, let me put this over here. And then I will clean it, dry it, or let it air dry. And then I'm gonna put this on here because I don't want any dust or anything to get on them. Now, I will tell you that for me, I like to leave them on here, and usually I cut each one out. And then I just throw them in here, and I have these little envelopes that I store them in. Now, IOD does have some of their own. I don't have any of them, but see, I just put kind of and I keep my packaging, it helps to keep them sturdy, and I just put ones together and store them in here in a crate in my room. So that's what I will probably do with this one. But again, I like to cut them out, and the reason I cut them out is because I can just use them and just have something that will hold it. All right, so now let me show you. So if you turn it upside down, let's say you decided today that you wanted to order my spring 15 napkins that I just put together, then I would, I think this is the back. Honestly, yeah, I think that's the back because it's so see-through. I would just wrap this up and look at how pretty it would look. You know, and just imagine, like all wrapped up. Let's just say all wrapped up. We're doing it not so neat, just to get her done. I probably would cut this maybe, and then I would use some string, tie it up, put it in the envelope, and mail this out. Wouldn't this be cool? And then, here's what I expect you to do. I want you to open it up, ooh and ah, and then I want you to use this for decoupaging. That's my goal. But even if I send you a blank one, stamp it up with whatever stamps you have and use it for decoupaging, especially if there's a color, right? Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. Where did I put what I was going to use it at? Fall? What did I do with it? I had did I move it? Okay. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I did move it. I did not mean to do that. It's underneath all the heavy. I'm trying not to paper because the paper's so fragile, and I'm trying not to lose all of my things. Okay. All right. I have 2 pieces of paper here. I have 1 dictionary page, and I have 1 sheet music. That's why I didn't use the stamp. So if you wanted, I would recommend take a tissue paper, plain, or the gift tissue paper, and add a layer. And then you can stamp directly on the tissue, or you can stamp the tissue and then apply it. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. First, we're going to take this one and see which one we like. We get to audition it, so we get to look because it's beautiful. So we can go like this. That looks good. You know, you can cut it out and collage it. You can move it around. See what you like. So I think this looks good. So I'm going to cut this out. I was trying to think of how I wanted to do it. Do I have my, let's see if I not rip this. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can easily because sometimes you can rip it in a bad way. There we go. Okay, I think I can do it. Yep, okay. Then I'm going to rip it here. It ripped a little bit. Okay, so now I've got all of this left over for something else. All right, I'm gonna put this off to the side. I'm going to take my glue. You could use double-sided stick tape if you have that, whatever you have. You could also, if you really want to make it translucent, use gel medium. And then look sideways because it'll skip on you a little bit. So make sure that you have nice amount of glue. All right, let's see. Well, it is what it is. Let's see. I like to use this. I have these on my website. This is a little bit thicker than napkin. So you could do this with your napkin plies. Remember, you keep all of your napkin plies and you can stamp them and have them ready to go. And now I've got a really pretty background. Step 1. Step 2, let's try something different. I'm going to take my tissue paper. This is a napkin that's in my new kit, Spring 15. I thought this was a good background. So napkins usually have 2 or 3 plies. This one's going to have 3. So I get to keep this like a something pretty. Let me see. I've got fabrics right here. I do have lace. Oh, I have this black. I think this black would look, oh yes, so pretty. And this would be pretty sewn. The reason I'm not gonna sew this, well, I don't want to bring the sewing machine right now. It's on the floor, but it is very, very brittle paper. But I think that would be really pretty. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll use my Fabri-Tac. Okay. I don't like the way that's doing, so I'm going to start there. It'll squish out because I put a heavy dose on there, or you might need a little bit more. Just wait and see. Nah, I think I do need more. Look at how pretty. I like to ink everything too, so I probably would ink it. And a cute button or something would be really nice there. Or let me see, or an extra. Ooh, that would be pretty. That would actually be really pretty. going down there like that. I'm not going to do that though, but I think I like the idea of the button, and I definitely want to ink it. Let's ink it real quick. You know what I'm going to do, right? Because it's upside down too, but I don't even care. Just adding a little bit of the font just makes it, and you can still see the sheet music. It makes it look so good. Okay, I like doing my creases. I need to ink, see, I need to glue that. So we will do that. And I'm gonna rip this. And it's easy to rip because the edge is actually glued down. Glue to dry. Okay. Another great idea would be to line this with another paper to make it a little bit more sturdy. Because it's old. She's old. She's seen a few things. Okay. I'm going to close this and then try to get all the edges. Oops. I got glue on me. Okay. Did I get everything? Nope. All right. See how pretty? How pretty is that? Just a quick, and all we did was take the new IOD stamp on gift tissue paper. We stamped her, this is Mercy House, stamped her all on here, then decoupaged it, took a piece off, decoupaged it, added that little transfer from Sarah Featon's Botanicals, folded it, added a little lace. I think I want to add like a little button or something there. We might still do something. I need to glue all of this. Now, if I go ahead and line this with another paper, then in the inside, which I might go ahead and stitch all around. I like the idea of that, so I think I will. So I'm not going to glue this down, but otherwise you could just glue your sides down and then boom, you have a really beautiful envelope that you can send somebody a really nice gift, Happy Mail or whatever. So this is a great way to utilize the things. And then on here, I just decoupaged a napkin from my Spring 15 napkin collection and then stamped the waltz very lightly just to create a little bit of texture and fun. And you know what? I'm going to add, yes. I don't know. It just finishes it for me. If you have the Kindest Regards stamp, I highly recommend it. I'm doing this in the, what is this one? Gathered Espresso. But the Kindest Regards stamp would be really good. But we also have the other one that has text on it too. So we have several options. Super fun, super easy. It's a great way to do something for somebody or for yourself, right? So if you're looking for all of the summer release, you can find it on my website. It's under IOD new release on my sidebar. Just follow the link to my website with Lisa Boone Designs, but you can go on my link tree and just go on there. If you hurry up and do it, I can ship it, or you could purchase it and do local pickup. If you on my email list, you should have an email with all of them, and you can just click and do that. And then, like I said, you can do local pickup, or you can run over to Now and Then and pick them up there. But it's better if you do it on my website. I'm trying to manage the inventory. It's always hard when I have a new release because of the inventory, trying not to oversell. And I need to make sure that I can get more before I sell out, before they sell out. So see, we're going to use this and make a smaller envelope. So I just got to cut off the top part. See, the glue's dry, so it just comes right off. So look at that. Isn't that a cute envelope? This would be cute in my journal. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one in my journal for prayer requests. So if you have any prayer requests, please let me know. This is what I was talking about. Oops, I don't want to. My little bee. I was supposed to use this. So this is appropriate. You can go right in here. See that? Oh my gosh. Or I could put it on the next page. I haven't done anything on the next page. But yeah, that's what we'll do. All right. Thank you guys for watching and sprinkling. I am going to give away. Let me know how you would use the Iron Orchid Design transfers and stamps or molds. Which one was your favorite? I'm going to give this mold away. You can put it on anything that you want to put it on. A journal cover, like a box. You can glue it on, paint it, and you can have that on there. So much detail, so pretty. So I'm going to give away one on YouTube, one on Facebook. I'll pick them out tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I'm going to pick it up Sunday because tomorrow we have a big event at Custom Tactical Innovations here in Madisonville, while simultaneously I'm hosting an event. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do both, but we're going to figure it out because I'm making mini pancakes and I need my hands. But we're going to have fun. All right, guys, have an incredibly blessed day. Thank you for watching so much. Ciao.